Hello ladies! I would like to talk today about the last post that from day 11 about the law of least effort and what it means for me. So they were talking about our actions being detached from the outcome, and for me it was always that I resisted to take any action at all because I was so much attached to the results. So for example, I thought, well, I want to attract this, I want to receive money, I want to achieve this, but then I was so attached to my end result that I have been kind of resisting to do anything because I thought I'm gonna fail anyway. And when I pushed through and did take the steps, it felt really hard. So for example, manifesting money and going to a work that felt really hard and heavy. So I didn't really want to do it, and if I kept doing it, it just was so exhausting. And so the law of least effort talks about just going with your inspired action. So how does an inspired action feel? It feels like, oh, this can lead me to my goal, just like a really lighted up emotion, and where you just feel good and you don't exhaust, so you just feel good doing it, and you just don't care if the result will come because it just feels already good in this moment. And let me share with you one example. I remember I think in January, it was in January, I wanted to sign up for my follow-up coaching package, but somehow I was not calculating my money right, and I didn't have the money on my bank account at least. So we all know there's enough money going around, but I didn't have it in my bank account. And luckily, I'm so thankful, my coach did not let me down. So we had still a session, and we were working through it, and she said, think in opportunities. Do not think in act, but think in opportunities. What can you do? Just think about all the resources you can think of. Can you sell something? Can you lend money? Can you do this, do this, do this? And then I was just thinking, what can I do? And then I was just thinking about this outcome so much. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do this action because the outcome is not going to be good. And then I just surrendered. So I just surrendered. And when I surrendered and said, okay, I desire this money, I really want to continue coaching, and I just surrender. When I get it, I get it. If I don't get it, I don't get it. I just give my best and I surrender. Whatever happens, God has a plan for me. So I surrender, I detach from the outcome. And I remember having this idea that I knew from my work I had to get a bonus of a few hundred of euros. I had to get a bonus, and I had to supposedly get it in February, March, but it was January. And I was like, maybe they can give me the bonus now. That would be cool. So I just called them. I called them once, twice, third times, 4 times, 5. I called them seriously 10 times because I couldn't get through to the person who was deciding this. There was always the secretary being like, well, ask the second secretary. So I asked the second secretary, said, ask your boss at your work. So I went to the boss at work. And honestly, it didn't feel exhausting because I detached from the outcome. So I was like, I give my best. I called them 10 times. And whatever happened will happen. Therefore, it was even funny because I was like, I have nothing to lose, right? I can only win if they get me to the person who decides that I can get this bonus earlier. doing great. So I did, and I got to this person, and then they were like, okay, yes, you get the bonus earlier, it's okay, just don't call us anymore. So I got the bonus from my work earlier, and I could sign up for my following of coaching, and that was really inspired action. And I realized that it is so much easier for me to manifest things when the action is just really easy and inspired and just surrender to the outcome. And I'm not saying that it's not an effort, of course we have to do something, right? But it just feels good. And same is with manifesting. So manifestation and abundance is not only in money, right? So we can feel abundant also through other sources, through being nourished in food, water, shelter. And many of you know that I was desiring to manifest my own flat. And I was so outcome oriented that mostly I didn't even search for it. So I thought, my income isn't good enough, they think this isn't good enough, so I didn't even apply for flats, for apartments. But with this one I'm in here, somehow I was like, well, I guess everyone, including me, because of this lockdown, will think this is the worst idea to apply for a flat, because I don't have like this, even this income I used to have from my old work. But I was just like detached from the outcome. I was like, you know what, I just apply, because who knows, nobody knows. And they approved of it. So whenever we detach from the outcome, we know in our head that we want this desire, we want to have, I don't know, I wanted this flat, we want to have this money for the coaching, we want to have this. And if we take inspired action, we surrender, then we are able to manifest it. And of course, in my case, it was just easier because I got immediately the one flat. But even if this wouldn't happen, right, I might continue with this inspired action, and then maybe the second, third, fourth, fifth flat would sign me up. The same happened with the calls. So the first call didn't go through, but I called my work 10 times, and the 10th call I got through this person who could decide that I can get this bonus earlier, and I got it. So yes, just wanted to share with you a little bit of my view on this last post. And yes, I would love to hear your takeaways of these meditations, and if this task has helped you, and how they helped you. And yes, thank you for joining and for watching.